But listen, everybody in the world watching this, they was giving God based on their area code, based on their parents, based on the belief of somebody else before them.
I would agree.
Right? But I'm gonna say this. So everybody right now watching this, they get a chance to make a choice. Whether they believe the pastor, whether they believe me, if they have information in front of them, they can begin to decide. Sure. But I'm a prophet of the Creator, and can't nobody ever say they didn't hear God's voice and didn't have a choice. Because right now you can choose between the two. But understand this, I don't give you a choice. I give you the acceptance of everything. The acceptance of evil, the acceptance of good. Right? See, when you live in a place of acceptance and you just become a conscious observer, everything is of God, you understand that. Under his belief, they ask you to do something that's impossible just to live life good. But life meaning is not to be good. Right? Because nobody in the church is good. They're only good on Sunday. Right? Jesus even said, out of all, none are good.
That's right.
So why is the church pretending to be good?
Okay.
Listen, good is not a destination.
Well,
good is a selection. When it's time to be good, I am.
Well, the Bible said.
And when it's time to be bad, I am.
The Bible said.
Because that's neither good or bad. Nigga, let me focus.
Yes, sir. Gangsta.
No, I'm keeping it real. Gang, you always want to cut a nigga off. You want to cut a nigga off all the time because you are full of shit.
You've been cutting them off as well. So
oh my God, I didn't
have this entire time you've been cutting them off.
I just answer a question. I don't never cut them off. Let me say something.
No, I'm saying Uncle's been cutting them off.
I know.
When it comes to women in general, submission is something that I just don't agree with, right? Because like I believe like when you make a person submit, then you saying that they're under you. I don't believe woman is under man. If anything, woman is above man, because woman is the reason that man is here, right? Just as what I'm saying.
I agree with that, though.
Because everybody here know that they got here, and the first thing that they saw was a woman. The first thing that fed them was a woman. The first thing they learned from was from a woman. Right, so what I'm saying is
the first God.
Yeah, the first goddess as Sophia as a woman. Because I'm saying this a lot of people don't know. The masculine part of God, it existed, right? It existed, but something existed on side of it. It existed just because it was there, and that was something that existed, and that was feminine energy, right? Feminine energy is something that's on the side, no matter what. To take it away, you got to take away side of your brain.
You're saying feminine energy
exists in everybody
before masculine energy?
No. As I said, masculine energy showed up, and feminine energy showed up with it the same, because you got XX and you got XY, and XY is a smaller version of the X.
I need a flag.
So what I'm saying is they showed up together, right? They didn't show up saying that you're under me, right? They didn't show up doing that. They showed up together at the same XX, XY. So
the chicken and the egg showed up at the same time.
Yeah, of course, you gotta understand this. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the chicken and the eggs at the same time because the egg was inside the chicken. You can't fool me. Listen, the God of this world is the devil, and Jesus was against that God. So the point proven.
Oh, I understand what you're saying right there.
So what I'm trying to say is that Jesus was against that God. The God that told you to kill, the God that told you to murder for nothing, the God that told you to protect yourself, right? The God that told you this. Because we got to understand this, we don't look for peace, we go where everything is peaceful, right? Because we determine where we go based on the thought that we perceive that we take, right? So people just look at everything different and they take the power away from themselves and try to put it in the book, but you can't find the power in the book, got to look within. And Jesus required you to look within. Right? So a lot of people, they want to put the power on Jesus and put the power in the book, but you can step on the book, you can spit on the book. In jail, we roll this up and use it for weed. Nigga, I'll roll this weed paper in jail, nigga. We smoke the word.
That's right. Sure did.
Right? So what I'm saying is, this book ain't shit, right? Only thing I can believe and say, and believe what man think is true, and I think this to be true, though I don't believe. But Pastor said one thing, he said one thing that I can understand. He said religion is a way of life, and if you ain't using it for a way of life, you ain't doing it right. But a lot of people want to do religion on Sundays, right? Well, listen, I'm gonna say this. A lot of people, they go into church on Sunday, they did the same thing they did on Saturday, then the church will walk out on Sunday.
Why you just talk about the church, other religion?
Right? So what I'm saying is, even when it comes to the Muslims, right? I'm saying this about the Muslims. You want me to talk about other religion? I'm saying this about the Muslims, right? The Muslims understand a lot of things, but I've spoken a lot about the Muslims, but they pray to a rock. right? They pray to a rock. They pray to a black rock.
You're
right?
talking about the Mecca.
Yeah, listen. So I'm gonna say this. A lot of people don't understand that if you can put God in any sect, or any Muslim, any Jew, any religion, you know you're wrong because you have then bottled up God. You can't bottle up God, put him in a box. God belongs to everybody. Everybody deserves to have God.
I agree.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A lot of things he's saying, I don't fight against because when you're dealing with people who say they're
Listen, Jesus taught quantum physics, right? Listen, Jesus taught quantum physics. He taught that everything is controlled by the mind. He taught you how to control this reality, right? He told you want the kingdom of heaven, look within. Jesus was teaching science, right? What Jesus was teaching the type of thing that they don't understand, right? But they put it in the book and then they boxed it and then they gave it to you and they locked you in your mind, right? What they're assuming is not actually true, right? Because they want to get the power to Jesus. But Jesus said, well, I do all men can do. Right? So if all men can do this, why are you asking Jesus to do it? Jesus didn't want to do it. Even when his mama asked him to do it, Jesus didn't want to do it. Right? Because Jesus didn't want to do anything that you can do for yourself. Right? But he did have to teach you something that the power was in you, because the old God made you believe that the power was not in you. That's why Jesus went against the old God, went against the old belief, went against the Old Testament. Right? Because out with the old, in with the new. Not that people was doing it wrong, but they was doing what they said and it was wrong. Everything they said was wrong because it was completely wrong. So because it was the wrong God.
So what Jesus was talking about was for the new God that was not the wrong God, correct?
I won't say new God, but Jesus said the light of this world is the devil, right? Jesus said this world is an illusion, right? He was letting you know.
When did Jesus say the light of the world is the devil?
Look at the Bible. Look in the Bible. Just look it up.
Jesus said
the light of this world is the devil.
I've never heard that.
A lot of people ain't. A lot of people
don't lie.
Listen, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people won't.
I know everything in that book.
Of course, you ain't gonna understand it. The light of this world is the devil, because the light of this world is the devil, because the light is the devil.
That's his Bible.
No, that's the Bible that you fucking read. But in different Bibles have different translations. It's gonna say different things.
People do.
But guarantee you, it's said in the Bible.
God gave them authority to do it.
It's said in the Bible, gang.
That is not a real Bible verse.
It's said in the Bible.
That is a quote from King Dude, who said Lucifer is the light of the world.
No.
And that is a song.
No, I'm talking about the Bible. I'm not talking about the song. He got that from somewhere. He quoted it from somewhere. But
it's not in the Bible.
In the Bible, it's different interpretations of the Bible.
So
I'm gonna tell you this. Did you know that your life energy is connected to your sex energy? So your Kundalini energy, when it raise up, is connected to your dick. So a lot of men can't explain the difference, that it feel like when you nutting, it's like the same thing. It's like sexual energy, but the sexual energy line is connected to your dick. It's the only line where it's connected to. But time away from sex and enlighten that, it only takes 7 days. So 7 days, the full process will go, and then you can use that energy to actually help you create here, right? Men get all the energy to women. You ever fucked so many times to where now when you bust a nut, nothing come out? I'm for real. You done fucked so many times, you bust a nut, but nothing come out. You shooting blanks.
But I think, and then I also think that men don't know how to choose.
That's how there you go.
And that's why there's a such thing as being unequally
They take
yoked.
all of
that's
it.
my fault.